I woke up late today. It's 9:20. My class starts in 20 minutes. I'm really tired. Ooh, and I'm really tired. Really tired. My back kind of hurts too because I think I slept funny for some reason. So my back is like hurting on this side. But yeah, it literally just feel like I want to go to my teacher and be like, "Nope, not showing up," and then just going back to sleep or something. I feel really tired today. I don't know why. But anyway, let's get the vlog started, or the day started. Ah, 你怎么样？有点累，不知道为什么。What you guys just heard there was a clip from my Chinese lesson. As you guys can tell, I still have a long way to go. I'm nowhere near 100% fluent, obviously. And what's interesting about Chinese, and this is really, to be perfectly honest, it's mostly, I really mostly only notice this with Chinese and not with any other language I've studied, but my reading and writing skill is significantly worse than my speaking and listening ability, which is interesting. I mean, it's logical because Chinese is a character-based language, or rather Mandarin is a character-based language, and not necessarily like a letter-based language like English or French or Spanish, etc. But yeah, it's still something that I'm quite fascinated by. Next up here, we have a call in from a viewer, or rather from a listener. So check this out. Many years ago anyway, I learned that we have a term here, specifically in my province, and I want to throw it out to you, throw it out to your community, and I want to see what people actually think and see if people can guess what this actually means. So the term is this: to budge. To budge. It's a verb, so B-U-D-G-E. I'm very curious what you think what it means, and I'm very curious what other people think it means.
Oh, okay.
Ça veut dire, like no big deal.
Oh, okay.
Par exemple, si moi je dis, je sais pas, oh yeah, I'm very sorry for being late. Oh, I'm super sorry. Tu peux dire, ah, c'est pas grave. It's not a big deal.
Oh, okay.
And it's like NBD. Imperfecto. We'll start with meaning, like what it actually means, and then we'll go into conjugation and how to conjugate. In terms of meaning, imperfecto, maybe German has a similar one. I'd imagine it probably does, I would think. Probably. But imperfecto basically means one of three things. Either used to do, two, was or were doing, or three, quite simply just like, well, I'll put it to you this way, or quite simply, and something in the past without a specific timeline. I'll put it to you like that, and you'll understand in a second what that means.
Le nouveau bail a commencé lundi.
Lundi. I agree, man. When you're learning multiple different languages, you know, it's funny, right? Because every single language will often have, you know, different similarities, as funny as that sounds. So for instance, and this is actually, before we get too far into this is especially true if you are studying languages within the same language family. I wanted to wrap up today's vlog here by talking about a YouTube comment that came onto looks like my last vlog. I'm just looking on my computer, from Carolina Gomez, who essentially, I'll paraphrase her comment, but she's essentially saying like, wow, you're really busy all day. Like, how do you have so many activities? How do you balance your schedule? Like, talk a little bit more about that. So, and I thought I'd pop on the camera and do so. When it comes to like my work-life balance, I have a very different version of it than most people. So myself, I am more than okay working 60, 70, sometimes 80 hours per week. I don't have a problem with that. Which basically means that if I'm working 10 hours a day, Monday through Saturday or Monday through Sunday or whatever it is, like, that's kind of normal-ish for me. Like, that's not incredibly abnormal. And for me, like, I'm okay with it, right? I don't need the entire weekend to go hang out with friends. I don't need that. I don't need to go party and drink. That's not really a need that I have, which then opens me up to be able to have all this free time to go, well, what do I want to do? And I choose to work, right? Especially because I work in a field that I really like. So for me to be editing videos at 8, 9 p.m. or to be spending lots of hours on teaching and finding students and all that, it's pretty enjoyable for me. It's something I enjoy, and especially because I work for myself, I can take a break when I want to. So today, you guys actually saw it, I was really, really tired for some reason after waking up, just didn't sleep well, so I decided to go just go take a nap. Even right now, as I'm shooting this particular video at 7:30 p.m., I'm gonna edit till about 9:30, edit, do some admin stuff, get ready for tomorrow. The day will wrap up at 9:30, 10 p.m. versus 12:30 in the morning, which is what 11:30, 12:30, 1 a.m., which is what is more normal for me. So for me, I mean, in terms of like, I'm just reading Carolina's comment here. She's also asking like, how did you get to this point of like having lots of different activities? Well, that's just been normal for me. Having lots of different things on my plate, that's been my whole life. So for example, when I was a kid, my mom, she had me enrolled in soccer. She had me enrolled in martial arts and lots of different activities. As I got older, as I entered university, I ran a window cleaning business while I was a student, and that was incredibly busy. Like my spring, I would work 80 hours a week, 90 hours a week for my spring break. Summer would be a little bit more relaxed because the business would slow down a bit, but I was still working full time. So I've always had that on my plate, always had that. Even when I left university, I was still running. I was a general manager of a window cleaning company, easily working 60 to 80 hours a week. And so for me, it's just normal to have lots of different activities. It's just how I operate. And it's been my norm, like having a lot on my plate has been a norm for me for a long time. I will say this though, when I was younger, when I was a child, I loved relaxing. I loved having free time. I loved all that. And as I've gotten older, I've realized more and more that I don't want that as much. I actually want to put my head down and work and focus on my own thing. I've realized that. So for myself, my work-life balance consists of, I always make sure, I want to make sure I spend time specifically with my sister. That's really important to me. Mom also matters to me. I want to make sure that there's decent contact there. And then apart from that, Friday late night, Saturday late night, that's kind of my weekend. So call it Friday 7 p.m. and later, and Sunday 7 p.m. later. Those are kind of my weekends. That's kind of my time off, and I have 2-3 core friends that really matter, and outside of that, don't really have, I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of people I know, but those are like 2-3 core friends. So anyway, that was a bit of a word vomit, but thought it'd be good. I thought it'd be good for me to start talking about that. I think as time goes on, I'll learn how to articulate talking about my work-life balance in a little bit of a better way, but this is a start, and obviously things evolve over time, right? So anyway, let's wrap the video up there. Thank you for watching. See you guys later. Bye.